I'm Victoria Braddock and I'm Managing Director at Marketing Manchester, and welcome to our review of another phenomenal year for Greater Manchester. Over the next few minutes, I want to guide you through some of the incredible developments, events and moments that have shaped our city region over the past 12 months and the role Marketing Manchester and our partners have played in making things happen. This is now my third annual review as Managing Director for Marketing Manchester, and once again, I'm blown away. Firstly, by how the city region keeps pushing itself further with incredible initiatives, growth strategies, openness and passion that makes people gravitate towards here. And more people are doing that than ever before for all sorts of reasons. And secondly, I'm in awe of the hard work and dedication that I see personally from my team, organising and briefing, pulling the strings in the background and making what are often very complex and challenging projects look seamless and immaculately presented. Nowhere is this dedication more evident than when we are overseas presenting Greater Manchester to the world. In June 2025, we were part of the hugely successful Greater Manchester mission to Japan, built around a series of events in Osaka and Tokyo, including a standout Manchester-focused day at Expo 2025. This activity generated some diplomatic ties, sealed a sister city relationship signed between Greater Manchester and Osaka, as well as countless partnership collaborations to establish trade, culture and education partnerships. Hot on the heels of activity in Japan, we were out in Barcelona in September, putting Manchester centre stage at the Mercé Festival. This was the first time an English city had been invited to be part of a cultural programme at the Mercé, and of course we took full advantage of the opportunity, showcasing artists from Greater Manchester, whilst again building important civic relationships with our counterparts in Barcelona. And then our annual outing to MIPIM in Cannes. Once again, headline-grabbing affair with the Manchester stand packed throughout the week, we delivered more Manchester-led events than ever before, positioning Greater Manchester's next decade of good growth. MIPIM was also the debut of the new Invest Manchester brand, which going forward will bring together the work of Marketing Manchester and Midas as one single identity for our business investment activity, including real estate, foreign direct investment, sector and place development, as well as international partnerships. You'll see the new Invest Manchester brand everywhere as we roll it out throughout the year, building a year-round campaign of activity that we will utilise for our international missions and visits to markets including the US, India, China and Japan, and especially through a focus this year on promoting our amazing creative industry sector. Back on home soil in Greater Manchester, there were plenty of amazing moments to celebrate throughout the past year, with music as ever a key theme. From the Oasis-led summer that welcomed over 340,000 concert goers to two major awards ceremonies, the Brits and the Mobos, hosted back-to-back here at Co-op Live. It's clear that Manchester is a powerhouse for hosting live events, and we're just getting started. We're continuing to build on our reputation of success, not just for hosting music award ceremonies, but also sport, fashion, major culture commissions, and high-profile specialist conferences, bidding for bigger and bolder events over the coming years. Big ones to watch in the year ahead include the Women's Cricket World Cup this summer, the NBA bringing a regular season game to Manchester for the first time ever at the start of 2027. And then of course the Brit Awards will be back for round 2 in February. Of course, major events like these are a huge boost for our visitor economy and are often singled out for driving tourism. They do that, but in the background there's also been lots of great work over the past year that the Marketing Manchester team have delivered to enhance and improve the visitor experience, from brilliant initiatives to improve sustainability and accessibility to boosting tourism in towns across Greater Manchester, where there is a huge amount of untapped potential. Not to mention the ongoing work that the team delivers day in, day out to keep our profile flying high. With visitors through campaigns, travel trade and media outreach, and engagement, and through the creation of beautiful film, photography and written content. We've also committed to work closely with the Manchester Accommodation Bid to deliver activities and events that drive visitors to stay in low occupancy periods, such as winter, as well as midweek when we know that accommodation establishments need a boost. Average occupancy rates have held steady year on year, despite increasing levels of bed stock as new hotels open, like the soon-to-be finished Medlock Hotel, under construction here next to Co-op Live. Holding rates steady in the face of rapid growth is the right type of sustainable success that we like to see here in Greater Manchester. To wrap up, it's always nice to see others singing Manchester's praises, and a couple of recent media stories spring to mind that point to the success of Greater Manchester over the past year. Firstly, in January, the global business title Bloomberg ran an article about Greater Manchester, heralding its economic success and overall revival of fortunes not found in many other places in the UK or indeed Europe. This was shortly followed by a similar piece in February by the BBC, which started with the line, "There's a buzz around Manchester that is difficult to truly understand unless you spend time there." It went on to outline the factors including the power of Manchester's profile that are driving good growth, wrapping up the claim that Manx are onto something, which is something I wholeheartedly agree with. A third piece in March really got my attention though. This was the publication of a report looking at Europe's most talked about cities. It stated that Manchester, alongside Porto, was the fastest rising destination in the list, jumping 5 places to put Manchester right on the periphery of the top 10. Quite a feat in a table that includes global capital cities like Paris, Berlin and London. I was particularly interested in how the list was compiled, using data about online mentions in media outlets, digital publications and across social media. If our job here at Marketing Manchester were reduced to being simply about raising the profile of a city region, seeing Manchester as the fastest rising destination in a list of the most talked about European cities is certainly a rewarding marker on which to end this financial year. We've definitely seen a step change in Greater Manchester's positioning, both nationally and internationally. I'm so excited by what's to come in the year ahead, and as ever, I look forward to working with partners and stakeholders here in Greater Manchester, nationally and internationally, to support our collective growth journey.